Hey guys, it's the Camel again, and welcome back to Camel Kingdom in my pirate area called Puerto Pirata. I have no idea if that's correct, but at least that's my pronunciation now. No, I'll keep it. So last episode I talked a little bit about why it is still the old footage and why I just made this quite short commentary and kind of this in-between episode, and basically this time it's still the same day. I'm just recording it right after because I already had some new footage prepared, but I thought maybe in this commentary we will look a little bit more into the basic idea about this area. I thought I said this last episode as well. I don't know why I ever tried to say thought instead of I told already. Well, never mind. I told already in the last episode that I wasn't too happy with how the area turned out after the, let's say, third episode. This was basically because I had this particular idea in mind, which I explained in the first episode of this pirate area, and it seemed not to work out. So I decided to go in with the tower now, which sits on top of this little mountain or little hill on the left hand side from the harbor. And I wanted to kind of create this tower to have like really a unique kind of weenie, yeah, I said it, on this spot over there. So if you just walk inside the park, into the park, you won't see it, but when you just finish the main street and you just come into this pirate area, you look straight across the harbor, you will see then this tower over there, which isn't finished yet, but I kind of had the problem that I thought it was too big at the beginning, but just looking to it now, just with a few days in between, I kind of think that this works pretty well, because I honestly wanted to create this really as the main building in the pirate area, and this should be really the spot where people should go up to and look across the harbor and see also the main street in the end, and look also to the other side of the park, where I definitely go to do something different, because I will definitely be removing the sci-fi area. I don't know if any of you watching this does still know the sci-fi area. It was basically the first thing we built in Camel Kingdom before I made this kind of relaunch with the Mainstreet, and since I'm not a big fan of this sci-fi area, at least not anymore, I decided to get rid of it, just like this, just get rid of it. But basically now I just wanted to show you something really new, because this is the first thing from the new update which we are using. So these big flags over there, which are originally be flags, but you can also use this as big curtains kind of, and I wanted to create like inside the tower a little bit what surrounds the staircase, and well, the staircase in general. I wanted to surround the stairs with those curtains over here, and I just wanted to create this little bit of like you tend to see this way more often in those South American areas, that you have like these curtains in those buildings, like from the old days back then, like big banners or like big curtains hanging just down, and you know, waving a little bit in the air, in the wind, if there is any wind, but you know, just imagining those would hang down. And I used those new I think that's basically the supports of the screens, but you can also use those things pretty nicely, like really like those little hanging parts over there. And I just see over here that we do have a little bit of footage where I made a little break, and I will definitely cut this out. So see you then in a while, guys. So back we are with the actual footage, guys. Sorry for that, I just completely missed out that I had to remove that footage, and yeah, but I thought it would be a nice story to tell, because that was kind of a little bit of a break where I needed to grab some food, because like I was kind of dying because I was so hungry. But apart from that, we'll continue with the footage. You guys here on YouTube, you shouldn't be seeing like 5 minutes of just the screen. So yeah, here we go. And just to continue what I was talking about is I used those new flags as kind of banners, but those new flags in the game and just the general option with billboard that you can put down your own textures on it. I think it, like, I already told this in the dedicated video to it, so if you haven't seen that one, just go check it out, because I definitely think that there are a few ideas in it which you can definitely use with those new option to bring in custom textures and also custom videos. And also I think this flag in particular is one of the biggest game changers, because it's also moving, so you can bring in like all kinds of different textures which are slightly animated, you know, like everything which has to do with clothes and kind of flags, and for example also plastic. You know, you can also make like those really shabby plastic walls, like if you want to do a coaster which is a little bit like for example in a radioactive area where you have those little plastic yellowish curtains, for example, you can now make them really like if it would like move a little bit, and this gives this extra detail to the area, so you can really get this really plasticky glowing yellowish color, and then just use the movable option of this piece, and you know, that's just such a big game changer in this way. And I really like the new options, though I have to say I kind of want to go in and try to use it not too often, because I think it's basically the idea should be to see to use it just in detail, because it like could destroy a little bit the look of it, and that's the other major fact, I still have no idea how this affects the performance. So if you use those textures, of course they can also help to improve the performance when we kind of use them less than what we did with kind of all the little pieces to create a new texture. So you can now, for having a wall with different textures, you now can just grab this one 4x4 tile piece and put your own texture on it, and so you're good to go. The only thing is we don't have a bump map, so if you want to get in with more interesting kind of 3D shapes to it, then you might just use the in-game stuff. That's basically the idea about it. But anyways, before I go to end this commentary, I just wanted to talk about this building again a little bit more in detail, because I started already at the beginning of this episode that this tower should be like the weenie of this area, and also that it should just support my idea of creating a pirate area which has basically a big influence of yeah, kind of actual European inspired architecture, which is basically brought to South America by the Dutch people and by the Portuguese people, and of course by the Spanish and French people in particular. And at the end, when we are finished with all the basic buildings in the area, I'm going to do like a real big overhaul of pirate inspired unique kind of styles. For example, like as I said, this hanging claws stuff all right around, and the wooden structures where they just put their own stuff on top of the existing buildings, and some more like kind of decal work with some destroyed areas. So I'm going to maybe get this tower again and just destroy a few walls, and just to make it a little bit more like if pirates really took over this harbor. But yeah, that should be it with this episode, guys. Hope you still enjoy this series. I think it won't take too long until we are finished with this area. I kind of want to make some more longer episodes then, and we are going then into the next area, which I'm not going to tell about yet. See you then, guys, and bye bye.